Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It is Friday morning, July 31st, 2020. The end of a long, exciting trading week today. There was a ton of stuff to do, and obviously yesterday, big tech earnings exploded much higher. Not what everybody expected, I will be honest with you. There's some really amazing news in trading as far as overnight. Whether we stay there or not, that's going to be something different. A lot of the bigger earnings that have come out recently have seen those stocks trade lower over the next 2 days after the earnings. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not this was priced in over the last few months. Apple, obviously, big news in Apple today as well. We'll discuss that in a second. But there's trading opportunity. Yesterday and prior to the FOMC announcement, we said that after the FOMC announcement, meaning that 2-hour window after, as well as the next day, are typically very good trading days because a lot of the indecision heading into those announcements really stifles the volume. Nobody's taking a position. All of that is out of the way. And for the most part, the big tech earnings are out of the way right now. So yesterday was amazing. There's really no other way to put it. There was just some incredible opportunity yesterday. Congratulations to everybody in the boot camp yesterday who took advantage of it. The afternoon slowed down a little bit, but there was definitely money to be made yesterday. By the way, we did a webinar last night on the New York method, which is a lot of the training that goes into the boot camp. I'll post a link here. It'll pop up somewhere. You can click over and watch that. By the way, if you like the channel and you find the trades helpful, and if you're making money, number one, leave a comment. I'd love to hear about your success stories. And number two, definitely click down and subscribe so you get some updates. So we got 15 new ideas today to discuss, as well as talking about the 4 big tech stocks and some levels that we're going to trade around there. So let's get right to it. And obviously, we're going to start out with Apple. But the big thing about Apple is this: the 4-for-1 stock split that's supposed to kick in, see it in the stock price at the end of August. So basically, a month from right now, it'll kick in. Adjusted, basically, say if the stock's around 380, 400 at that point. Right now, it's trading at 400. That means it'll end up being a $100 stock. They're saying that they want a lot more people to be involved in owning shares in the company. And look, I could see it. I could definitely see it. The one, what can I say, douse on the market yesterday, which I think is kind of confusing to a lot of people who understand fundamental analysis and economic and stuff like that. Despite the stimulus, I want to scroll down here just to give some impact. Gross domestic product shrank by an inflation adjusted 32.9% in the last quarter. That's 3 times larger than the previous record decline in 1958. Something to keep in your back pocket. We trade what we see, we trade the price action, but that is a gigantic number. Triple the previous largest decline. That's a big deal. All right, so Apple, we're going to go through the top tech stocks here. We're going through, first of all, I want to mention the futures here. The futures are actually up 20 points yesterday after earnings, and now they're actually only up 5 from the previous day's close, from Thursday's close. That's actually a big deal. We're actually starting to see stocks drift a little bit lower. I'm not saying to get out of your positions. I'm not saying that it's a negative. However, it's something to pay attention to. We're gonna end up likely having a flat opening. But we do have a bunch of earnings pre-market today. We have Merck, we have ExxonMobil. Actually, let me pull them up on the screen. We have Merck, we have ExxonMobil today. We have CVX, which Exxon and CVX usually at the same time. And we have Caterpillar. So there's a lot going on today, a lot to unpack. Caterpillar is actually up $6 right now. Looks like the earnings already came out. Some more positive earnings on the market, and you can see the futures are still ticking down a little bit. So that's going to be interesting to see where the futures open. But as far as some trading opportunities today, Apple, in my opinion, based on what I'm doing, Apple needs to stay above 400. As long as it stays above 400, I like it above those levels. But here's the thing. Initiating a new trade in Apple right now. You see we had this one really big down day. That was U.S.-China tensions and that kind of stuff. It looked like it was about to fall out of bed. The selling was hard that day. It's recovered, and we basically now have rallies from, let's say, 356. That's a $52 rally. Do you really want to buy into a $52 rally? Personally, I think the stock's going to be amazing to day trade today. I want the stock to pause above 400. I really believe we're going to end up opening here, closing down, pushing down a little bit, then finding a better spot to bid. But for a longer term swing trade, this is where a lot of swing traders get in trouble, where they chase price with the fear of missing out. The thing runs for maybe a day and then pulls back 50% on them, and they take a loss like they're supposed to, disciplined. And it wasn't the trade or the stock that was the problem. The problem is the timing of when you bought the stock. It's the right trade at the wrong time. So I like it above 400, but for me, it needs to stay above 400 for more than just today. Obviously, Facebook, I've been not very excited about this stock. It's been an absolute mess. And you can see most of the time from June through now at the end of July, all we see is the bulk of them are what we call melted candles and failing above 240, which is the level. Now, obviously, we're above 240 now and above it significantly. It's a pretty big move, 234 and change to 249, where it is right now. Again, same thing. It keeps failing at this level, keeps getting above this level. I love the idea of day trading this stock today. For a swing trade, I want to see it stay above this level. Prove to me you're going to stay there. Then we obviously have Google. Same story, right? Google actually in a trading range, not quite getting hammered at the obvious level like Facebook did. So Google above 1550, which is actually below that. It's actually trading lower right now if you want to be long. And then obviously Amazon also trading in range. Amazon just kept consolidating. I think I read somewhere this morning, the exact number was they now have 1 million people working for them. That is a monstrous workforce, just amazing. And obviously the stock is now up 5% as well. As long as it's above 3,200, I like it, especially as a swing trade. Getting into some newer opportunities today. Kodak actually, look, this stock is volatile. Just to give, I'm going to show you the hourly chart of what it looks like. This is what it looked like a few days ago when the news broke about the government contract. It closed around $8. The next day, it literally did trade all the way up into the 60s, so 8 to 60. Look, this stock is not for the faint of heart. However, now that it's paused a little bit, it looks like it's settled in. If you're an active trader, if you're good at making quick, fast decisions, if you don't allow your losses to make you freeze up, I would actually be paying attention to this stock today. I usually don't pull up these shorter 5-minute video charts, but look, the stock's in play. It's going to get volume. Make sure that you're going to force it to have a certain minimum criteria before you get involved. And again, be super disciplined. This is not a stock for the faint of heart. UPS. Hey guys, UPS exploding. And we actually called this out 3 days ago actually, on this relative strength, increased volume, inside candlestick, gave us an amazing, amazing opportunity. Now, personally, this is a big move for this stock, $25, actually opening up around 140 right now. I personally, based on how this stock normally trades, I'd be looking, if I was swing trading and bought this signal over here, we called it last week, I'd probably be scaling out of most of this. However, I do like this as a continuation play because of the massive volume spike and the new highs. So I'm personally, I trade for cash flow. I like to have my trades work and work and work and look for the next trade without sitting in something that's not moving. I personally scaling out of this a little bit, looking for the next trade, keeping some of it. Qualcomm as well, beautiful move. And again, very similar signal where we had a swing low here, inside candlestick, gave you plenty of time to get involved before the breakout, and a really, really nice move. It's actually still around 107 at this point, but if we look further back, it's got some more room to go. I actually think this has more room than UPS. OSTK, I don't know what I could say about this stock. Hopefully you've been involved with us. Honestly, if you've been trading this stock with us, definitely click down and tell me about how you've been doing it. It's just really pouring it on at this point. Of course, talking about pouring it on, you start to get more attention. This is the situation where I talk about, is now the right time to get involved? It's definitely a buy. Is it a buy now? Well, the stock just went 48 to almost 80 in a week. That's a big move. I personally would not be looking to initiate a new swing trade here. I'd probably be waiting for the stock to pause, maybe pull back about 25% of that move that it just had, which let's just call it a $32 move, so roughly $10, and then look for another spot to bid. But my gosh, what an amazing stock. Hopefully you've been on top of that with us this month. We also have PayPal. PayPal, the first punch through and on good numbers and staying above that 185 level. Look, I like the trade long. It's up $1.29 right now from where it was yesterday. Punched through and stayed there. This is only 2 days outside of the breakout on good earnings. Again, a lot of these earnings have started to trade lower. after 2 days after the earnings. This is now the second day after. I like the stock long. I'm looking to initiate a new trade long. It needs to stay above 185. Honestly, the closer I can get it to 185, the better, but that might not happen because of where it is now. TDOC is one that a lot of people have been calling out. Really kind of the choppy type of mess that we saw on Facebook yesterday, double normal volume and traded through new breakouts. To me, I don't want to get involved in this unless it stays above the breakout level. So right now, 240 to me is that breakout level. As long as it's above 240, I'm comfortable. If it's not, bam, pull the trigger. Don't stay in it. There's no reason to stay in a trade that's not working. My gosh, we have so many of them today. W, again, we've been talking about this one. We had it on the radar. Keep an eye on the radar. We actually had 230 as the buy stop that we called out earlier in the week. Right now, it's trading at 259.76. So again, almost a $30 profit at this point. If you're subscribed to the channel, monster day yesterday, monster volume yesterday. We're looking for follow through again today. I would not be initiating a new swing trade long. I will absolutely be looking to day trade it. Look for it to pause to look for that next spike higher. Zillow, again, we called this one out last week too. Actually, we called it out over here when it was showing some relative strength. We said, watch this breakout level. Finally got up there yesterday. Inside candlestick breakout. Consolidation leads to an expansion in volume. These are the trades that set up that are easier to time. If you're a swing trader, don't be chasing price. Let price come to you and let this breakout. It's got to stay above right now 67.50, which is $3 over that right now. Plenty of room above that. Skyworks as well, good clean inside candlestick breakout. Again, this happens over and over and over again. If you're swing trading and having a hard time timing your entries, these are the kind of opportunities you want to take advantage of. So please subscribe to the channel. There's opportunity here. AMD is an interesting one. I'm getting a lot of people writing in about AMD. Look, it's an amazing run. We called it through 57, said it has to stay above 57, gave us all the chance in the world. Volume has spiked dramatically. Now it's going to open up higher again. Again, this $56 move to 80 basically over just over a week. If I'm swing trading this, I'm looking to feed the ducks while they're quacking today and get out of this position on this higher opening today. We have another one run actually on a decent pullback today. I'm looking to bid the inside candlestick breakout on this one today as well. FSLY, we have a new profit target of this at 96, which really is almost there already. So we'll be getting out of this on the open today. And AU is another one that we're looking to bid a strong stock that had pulled back, looking for an opportunity to get long. So there's a lot to do today. I'm not convinced that we're going to open higher and stay higher this morning. Use what we use in the boot camp. Use that opening price as a barometer. I know a lot of people use the VWAP. We have a different way of doing it. There's going to be opportunity today. We're certainly not going to be bored. Again, the only thing that's kind of like the shadow in the background is the that GDP number, and that's a little bit longer term indicator. But gosh, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. Have a great day, everybody. Have an awesome week. Congratulations if you made some money this week on the calls. Definitely let me know below if you did. Subscribe to the channel and click that link to watch the webinar replay. Have a great weekend, everybody.